In this video, we will learn about Kirchhoff's law in detail. There are two rules for the Kirchhoff's law. First is junction rule, second is loop rule. First rule is also called Kirchhoff's first law, second rule is also called Kirchhoff's second law. Now let's start with the Kirchhoff's first law, that is called junction rule. What it states? It states that in an electric current, sum of current entering the junction is equals to sum of current leaving the junction. It's mean what? It means, suppose this is a junction, say current, this is I1, this is entering, say this is current I2, this is also entering the junction, say this is the current I3, this is also entering the junction, and this is current, say I4, but this is leaving the junction. Now according to the junction rule, current entering the circuit junction, that is I1 plus I2 plus I3, that is equals to current leaving the junction, that is I4. So this is what Kirchhoff's first law, or in other words we can also say that total of the current entering and leaving the circuit is, or a junction, is 0. If the current is entering this junction, we take it as positive. If they are leaving, then we take it negative. So it means I1 is entering, so taken as positive, I2 is entering, also taken as positive, I3 is also entering, positive, but I4 is leaving, so we take minus I4. This total current is equals to what? 0. So in other words, if we take I4 on other side, it will become positive, so we get this result. So sum of current entering the circuit is equals to sum of current leaving the circuit. Now second one is loop rule. Second is loop rule. In case of loop rule, say we have two loop. First loop is A, B, E, F, A. First loop is A, B, E, F, A, and second loop is B, C, D, E, B, B, C, D, D, E. So we have two loop. First is this loop, second one is this one. So if we apply loop rule here, what the loop rule state? It states that around any closed loop of network, the algebraic sum of change in potential must be 0. Around any closed loop or the network, algebraic sum of changes in potential, that must be equals to what? 0. That must be 0. So if first we take A, B, C, A, B, E, D, F, A, this loop. So if suppose we take it in clockwise direction, so one thing you must keep in mind, first of all, that current is always from positive to negative. So this is current I2 is in this direction, where this is also current I1, but it is in this direction. So secondly, if we are entering from negative and leaving from positive, then it taken as positive, but if we are entering from positive but leaving from negative, then it will be taken as negative. What's that mean actually? It means, suppose we have a loop here. This is first cell, this is second cell. Loop is A, B, E, F, A. Now this is leaving exerting current in this direction, that is I1. From here current is this I2. So we have two choices to traverse this loop, either in clockwise direction like this or in anti-clockwise direction. So let's take the clockwise direction like this. This is the clockwise direction. Let the EMF of this cell be E1, EMF of this cell be E2. This is resistance R1, this is resistance R2. Now if we encounter from here, first of all start from here, E1, we are entering from positive and leaving from negative, so this E1 is negative, because we are moving from high potential to low potential, so it's taken as negative. Then we move toward this end, we are entering from negative but leaving at positive, means low to high, means it is taken as positive, plus E2. Now next we are going where? We are getting in this direction. Current is in this direction, we are also moving in this direction, this both are in same direction, so we take plus I2 R2. Now next is this one. Here current is in, as we are moving in clockwise direction like this, but current is in anti-clockwise direction and we moving in clockwise direction. This both are opposite, so we take it as negative. 1 by R1 minus I1 R1, that this complete is equals to what? 0. This complete is equals to what? 0. So we get what? Here we get I2 minus R2, that is of positive, where I2 minus R1 is positive, where I1 minus R1, that is negative. EMF, this is negative, this is positive. So this net is equals to this. So in total this is equals to 0. If we take it in one direction, this is equals to 0. So we get this result from here. Similarly, if we move to the next loop, that is BC DEB, in that case we get what? We get minus I1 R1 equals minus I1 plus I2 R3 minus E1. If we have taken this loop, this is this loop. If we say traverse in anti-clockwise direction, in this case current is in this direction, and this here total current is equals to what? I1 plus I2. So it is taken as what? Negative R3. And if we move in this direction, current is same, but here this is same, so we take plus I1 R1. This is equals to, as we are entering from opposite direction, so it will taken as negative according to that. It will taken as negative according to that. One more thing, as we are traversing it in anti-clockwise direction, sorry to say, we are traversing it in anti-clockwise direction, so current direction is opposite in both cases. As we are moving in this direction, but current is in this direction, so this is minus I1 R1 minus I1 plus I2 into R3 is equals to minus E1, equals to minus E1. So we get this result for the second. So this is Kirchhoff's second law or loop rule. Now let's solve this example. Here we are taking first loop A, B, C, E, F, A. We are taking this loop. So we are traversing in, say, clockwise direction. Current is in this direction and we are also in clockwise direction. So it is what? 2 ohm into I3. So this is what? 12 volt. This is of plus. This is plus 5 into I1. So we get 5 I1 plus 2 I3, that is equals to 12. So if we take the second loop, in that case we get, this is the second loop. In this second loop we get what? Again we are traversing in this direction, that is clockwise. This is of negative, this is of negative, and we are entering from positive to negative. So we get minus 6 volt is equals to minus 2 I3 minus 3 I2, where I3 is equals to what? I1 plus I2. Minus get cancelled with minus, we get 2 I1 plus I2 plus I2 is equals to 6. So we get two equations. By solving these two equations, we get the value of I1 and I2. That is nothing but I2 is equals to 18 by 31 ampere and I1 is equals to that is 56 by 31 ampere. 66 by 31 ampere. This is what? I3. And I1 is 48 by 31 ampere.